Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. So the saga of Ezra Miller is literally continuing again. I know. Sorry, literally every day a new video. But this is interesting. So this is essentially the internal conflict at Warner Brothers due to Ezra Miller's behavior. Now, allegedly, and this is all alleged, it's all rumor. I don't know whether I completely trust the sources. So one of them was undercover audience on Twitter, so like a Twitter scooper, as it were, and then the other one was Grace Randolph. So take it with a pinch of salt, I guess. But they're essentially indicating that Warner Brothers wants to go above David Zaslav and just can The Flash. Now, I'm not disputing the validity of it because I want The Flash to be released, and I'm not really disputing the validity of it because I just don't know yet. I think there's definitely a case or argument to be had for Warner Brothers being like, no, we should probably just can this film. But then there's also an interesting element where you go, well, would Warner Brothers want them to can the film overall? Like, Warner Brothers have released such shite. What's one more? Like, what's one more? You know? But I guess then the other element is that, well, Warner Brothers did just, bin off Johnny Depp super quick. Loads of people have said, well, there's a difference here because Johnny Depp lost the case. There's video footage of Ezra Miller choke slamming a girl. I mean, I'd say they're comparable. One may even be worse than the other. So let's take a look. It's fascinating stuff. The internal struggle of Warner Brothers Discovery, or Warner Discovery, whatever it's called nowadays. But the rumour is that Warner Brothers Discovery board wants to go over the CEO, David Zaslav, and shelve The Flash due to Ezra Miller's erratic behaviour. Now, I'm guessing, if you're going to play devil's advocate and assume that this is true, then the argument is that, the board at Warner Brothers is like, it makes us look really bad supporting an abuser or an accused groomer. Maybe that's the element. They're like, well, look, we can save face on the public, stock market, for instance, right? Stocks and shares, by just canning the film entirely and backing the victims. Maybe that's the route that they're looking to go down. Maybe that's where they're trying to curry favour. And maybe they're like, well, it can be a tax break as well, I guess. Well, it's not really, but still. Because they'd have to pay the investors, the producers and stuff. But yeah, so it's an interesting one. I mean, again, let's take a look, right? So the rest of the Warner Brothers Discovery board may not be as enthusiastic about The Flash as CEO David Zaslav. The latter is high on the film and doesn't think Ezra Miller will get too out of control before its release date, but the others aren't so confident, apparently. And David Zaslav's pretty enamored with this film. He's commented on how amazing it is. So yeah, I mean, he seems all systems go for The Flash, weirdly. But according to a scoop by Twitter user Undercover Audience, Zaslav was outvoted last Tuesday at a meeting about the movie's future as the board wants to shelve it indefinitely. Now, I find it fascinating that they chose option one, that Warner Brothers Discovery or Warner Discovery, whatever, genuinely believes that Ezra Miller coming out and apologising will just change it. Oh, I've got mental health problems. It's not the cure-all that they clearly think it is. And I think that they've overestimated people's ability to forgive and forget over some of these elements that have been taking place. That is well documented and that Ezra Miller has been doing. But I always thought that was a fascinating one because, it's very clear-cut that they're not cancelling it because it's pivotal for them moving forwards. That's my assessment of it. But now apparently Warner Brothers just wants it gone, or the board at Warner Brothers wants it gone. And I guess, if David Zaslav doesn't want it gone, I can understand why, because if he's viewing it as very, very pivotal to the future of, where they want to take the DC universe, they want that film to come out. Now, apparently David Zaslav was unhappy, and he allegedly called another meeting on Thursday to try and get the result he wanted, and a shouting match reportedly ensued. Now, this is the tweet. Apparently, as Zaslav got outvoted on Tuesday with regards to the Ezra situation, majority of the Warner Brothers Discovery Board wanted to indefinitely shelve The Flash, but Zaslav was against it. So he called in another meeting today, on the 11th, and sounds like there's a shouting match happening right now at Warner Brothers. Now, furthermore, it says Zaslav doesn't have confidence and is worried about Aquaman 2, and he fears Aquaman might turn out to be a major dud, might be delayed. So he doesn't want to get rid of another major property off the DC slate, so he called in another meeting today, but things quickly went tits up. Now that's interesting. We know that they've been doing reshoots to get Ben Affleck in there, so that seemingly corroborates that, I guess, in one train of thought. Zaslav was, took over, watched the film, was like, this is shit, let's get a big name in there that people want to see, Ben Affleck. And also there was a rumour that Michael Keaton was supposed to show up, and now that they've obviously swapped that out with Ben Affleck, so it makes sense. Now Grace Randolph jumped in here and said, look, I'm not sure how true this is, RE specific drama details, but I am hearing that indeed. And this is it, man, I don't understand that. The moment of truth for The Flash. A developing story, hopefully we get an answer, RE, its fate soon. So that's interesting. So there's the two elements anyway. And again, this whole getting treatment for complex mental health issues. Having recently gone through a time of intense crisis, I now understand that I'm suffering complex mental health issues and have begun ongoing treatment. That was his statement that he believes is the cure-all. I want to apologise to everyone that I've alarmed and upset with my past behaviour. I'm committed to doing the necessary work to get back to a healthy, safe and productive stage in my life. These kind of things, it's just nonsense. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen at all. I think people will genuinely struggle to get over this. I did a video, the census was, people can't get over this. And Big Screen Leaks on Twitter was like, scrapping The Flash would be a huge mistake. Test audiences really enjoyed the film, and one person told me they've never seen an audience so into a movie or so excited to discuss it when it was done. I can't corroborate that. What I know of The Flash, it sounded absolutely terrible, and that was from test audiences as well. I was proven right about Batgirl, so if you doubt me, I don't give a fuck. I was proven right about Batgirl, so I'm happy to put my neck on the line and say The Flash sounded utterly terrible from test audiences. But, we'll see. I mean, Big Screen Leaks. Maybe they know it all, who knows. But what do you think? Let me know. Warner Brothers Discovery Board wanting to go above David Zaslav and just scrap it. You know what? I can see it. I can genuinely see it. I'd be surprised, and I can also see why David Zaslav wants to release it, because it's influential to the DC universe. Let me know your thoughts though. Also, ladies and gentlemen, consider checking out my Teespring store. Supporting the channel via this way does go a long way, but also, not only that, you do get to wear some awesome merch. These are one-of-a-kind designs designed for me by my graphic designer. We of course have our Clown World line, which is in mugs, hoodies, t-shirts. We've got Space Jeebus. And then for something a little bit different, we of course have right down at the bottom right here, we have our Pulsar GTIR. Also, ladies and gentlemen, consider checking out and supporting my second channel, which is Car Nonsense. This is a vlog and car channel. You can find links to this in the description box along with my Teespring. Please do consider supporting.